Alright, folks, here we are once again with some Pokemon Volt White 2 Redux. We are currently on attempt number 2. Oh, hello to the gamers in the chat. We got Magician, we got Bingo. they still have their moderator swords. yeah, I guess one minor programming note. I did mess with the Nightbot settings, and I think that it'll be a little bit less uh, authoritarian now. But I guess we'll see how that goes. Uh, it shouldn't do anything to moderators anyway, so you guys are probably fine. Uh, but yeah, Nightbot is going to be a little bit less heavy-handed, so that's some good news. Some less good news, if we're talking about last time around, our previous run died pretty tragically. We had some interesting gameplay happen. I think that overall there were definitely some mistakes on my part, but we also had some pretty weird luck with encounters. We got a ton of bug types and not a whole lot else. And then there were just a few really inopportune crits, and the battle company was buffed a lot from the last time I played. So, just some stuff to adjust to in these future attempts. Now, looking at our current attempt, you can see up in the top right, we've still got that PokeLink set up. If anybody is interested in this tool, it's really neat, and the devs have put a lot of love and care into developing it. If you do !PokeLink, then Nightbot, instead of timing you out for 10 minutes and yelling at you, it will give you a link to the Discord for PokeLink. It's a pretty easy app to set up. They've got a lot of really clear instructions and a lot of folks that are more than happy to walk you through the setup process. It's mostly useful for streaming, but I've used it in runs that I've done offline as well, just because you can get a lot of information displayed really easily. Like, you can display all of your IVs and EVs, or your friendship level, and a ton of other stats that are normally hidden to you. So it's a lot of fun to play around with. Would definitely recommend it. Other commands that we've got, I have !Nuzlocke if you want to look at my rules and level caps. I have !Doc with the document with all of the nicknames and all of that information. I've turned that down a little bit because I can't really live track kills while I'm playing on stream, just because then I'd be spending a lot of downtime just keying in stuff on a spreadsheet, and that's not as exciting. Then let's see, what else do I got? Oh, my last command is !VW2R for Volt White 2 Redux. That'll link you to the Google Drive where the documentation and patching resources are for this incredible ROM hack. If you are interested at all in seeing how you do in this, then I would highly recommend it. It's some of the most fun I've ever had with Pokemon, and I've had a lot of fun with Pokemon. Now, let's pivot a little bit over to what we've got going on with the team. When we last left off, we just completed our team of 6. We picked up Magician the Carvana. Magician's not in fighting shape quite yet, but we will soon change that. Overall with this team, I think that there's some pretty promising things going on. I think the Lillipup line is almost always a reliable early game Pokemon. Tepig's usually pretty good as well. What I'm a little bit less sure about, though, is I think that Bingo, Magician, and Joe Motion are all kind of frail, and that could be very difficult to deal with with some of the battles we have coming up. So I'll have to be pretty careful about where I'm using these folks, but I think that this team can definitely do it. I've gotten through some of these early game battles, which with much worse teams and much worse luck. so we'll see what we can do with this team. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I think first thing I'm gonna do is just level up Magician to be on par with everyone else. Just matching the rest of the team. Nothing crazy. Gosh, I don't really know what to expect from Magician, because I haven't really used Sharpedo hardly at all, and I mean, especially something this early on in the game, there might be some learning to be done here. Let's see, Scary Face. That could be useful for some speed control, especially in the upcoming double battle, so I think I'll go ahead and add that on. Now, I think that all we have to take care of right now is there's a few trainers around the ranch, and then we will face off in a double battle against the Plasma Grunt. So that'll be the first major test for this team. We took care of Hugh's team pretty easily in the end of the last session, but that battle, if I'm being totally honest, is usually kind of a pushover, at least compared to what else you run into. Oh my gosh, I haven't even I'm not even looking at the chat here, but gosh, we got some Magician haters going on. I think we need some Magician appreciators personally. Let's see. Okay. So for this early game, I don't really put a ton of thought into items. I kind of just put Oran Berries on stuff for that extra bit of survivability, and I'm done with it. But we might put a little bit more thought into things than last run, at least, since we've now banned berry juices from being used as held items. It makes it a little bit less centralized, because berry juices are just so much more powerful than Oran Berries. Getting 20 healing on Pokemon that usually have less than 40 HP is a pretty huge deal. And also, berry juices aren't affected by things like Pluck or Bug Bite, and there's a lot of early game Pokemon that come with that move. So it's definitely going to be different running with the Oran Berries. I think it'll be more challenging, definitely. But the berry juices were just a bit too much. Alright, Tuck making quick work of this early game Mareep, and we're getting Retaliate. It's a very, very nice move. It gets buffed up to 140 base power if Pokemon fainted on the previous turn. Obviously, we don't really want faints to happen often enough for that to be relevant, but it's a nice secondary effect, and even the base power of 70 is significantly better than Tackle. I think I'm going to have it replace Lick, because Lick is mostly just useful for if you need something to whittle down a Pokemon to catch them. It's not really something that you're going to be leaning on as an actual attacking move. Yeah, look at that. That's a pretty nice move to have early game. 70 base power is very nice for early game. Yeah, we are a little bit over-leveled relative to these ranch trainers right now, but the battle at the end of the ranch is difficult enough to warrant being at these levels. Yeah, Bite's very nice as well. You get some easy flinch hacks. But Tuck is making pretty easy work of this rando trainer. Let's see, there is one thing over here. I think it's Quick Claw. Yeah, Quick Claw can be nice. It's a little bit gimmicky, but I think it's a 30% chance of being able to move first in your priority bracket, and that is that's a non-trivial chance of getting a really clutch moment. I would consider replacing someone's Oranberry with it if I really don't think that the Oranberry is going to be relevant. But I think for right now, I'm just gonna lean on the extra bulk that Oranberries give me. We've got Hugh up here. He gave us the experience share last time we were up here. Yeah, it's definitely a skill issue with the ranch trainers. This Bidoof can be a little bit scary because it has rollout, and anytime you run into something with rollout in a Nuzlocke, that can really quickly end up chunking down your Pokemon. Like, if you don't have something that resists Rock type, then it can catch you off guard. I think that Tuck's going to be faster than it, so we have the extra chance of flinching it down, or it's just going to covet to steal our berry away. But I think that if we go for Retaliate with the same type attack bonus, that should be enough to just take this Bidoof out. So we are without our berry now, but Tuck seems to be handling himself just fine. Houndour. That Intimidate might be a little bit annoying. It's probably not totally necessary to switch out here, but I want to give someone else a chance to get some experience, and I think this is a good chance to debut Magician. Leer could be scary. I don't really know what moves Houndour would have at this point, though. I feel like if it's going to have anything, it's probably going to be Dark and Fire moves, and both of those are going to be not very effective. So I might eat my words here, but let's just go for a Water Pulse. Alright, yeah, easy. Classic Magician dub. And Slack Off can also be a bit scary. You can make use of its Truant ability and play around it that way. But on the turns that it attacks, it still packs a pretty heavy punch. I think that we're going to switch to Ixwonker. He's one of the tankier members of the team, and I don't think that Slackoff is going to be carrying any moves that are that threatening to it. Yeah, okay, he's just running Amnesia. So that's good. We didn't even take a hit switching in, and now I think that we... Yeah, I think we'll just go for Tackle. We don't have a chance of burning or poisoning with Smog or Ember because of sheer force on Ixwonker, and the special defense boost just makes it so that even same type attack bonus just isn't really relevant. Like, it's got too much special defense to be worth going for those. There's a lot of things that are a bit scary in this. Alrighty. We'll switch up the team a bit. I know after doing this portion of the game so many times, I know that the next trainer's got a Psyduck, if I remember right. So we're going to give Malfever a chance to play with a type advantage here. Yes, there we go. And Psyduck's not too much of a problem. We out-level it, and it doesn't have any really threatening moves to throw at us. Oh, I gotta double check though. I never remember what the monkey's stats are like. Okay, so it's slightly more special attack oriented. Yeah, we'll just throw out Magical Leaf. It's higher base power anyway. Oh, don't be mean to Nightbot. Okay. Nightbot's just trying to shill for the stream. At least Nightbot's not timing people out anymore. Its reign of terror has ended, hopefully. Alright, we got Ponyta here. That is a bit more of a problem for Malfever. I don't really remember what else this thing's gonna have uh, other than like Flame Wheel, perhaps. I think it carries double kick though, so I'm not sure about bringing a Magician. I'm gonna bring in Ixwonker. Grant, please, I'm trying to make it past this part without losing anyone. Okay, Ixwonker tanking a crit there, no problem. Alright, we're just getting hit with tackles. I think we'll be okay here. Then we've got the Oran Berry on deck as well. It's always nice having the additional healing from that. So I think that we're fine even against a crit, so this is as safe as it can be. Especially when playing with set mode on, it's really important to have tanky Pokemon like Ixwonker that can come in, tank a hit, and then just fight the opponent from there. It can be really difficult if you've got a lot of frail Pokemon or you don't have good type matchups or type coverage among your team. But I think that we're looking pretty good in that department for the team. Now, Tickle was really useful the last time I played the Plasma Grunt fight, and it is generally a pretty good move. I just don't really see myself using Vine Whip a whole lot. I'm more special attack oriented anyway on Malfever, and Vine Whip has lower base power, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. It's kind of redundant with Magical Leaf, honestly. Disarming Voice gives us Fairy-type coverage. It's not a super strong move, but it could be relevant coming up. Now we've got Poochyena. I want to say this thing has Howl, so that can be a little bit difficult to deal with, but I don't think that it's got a whole lot of an attack stat to back that up. I don't remember what moves Joe Motion has. We could... we don't have anything that would even hit that neutrally, so I think we'll bring in Malfever, and we can try out the Disarming Voice. Yeah, signature move of Malfever, the Disarming Voice. I don't know, that sounds a little insulting though. Now let's see, this is base 50 power. So yeah, even if you take into account same type attack bonus on Magical Leaf, Disarming Voice is still effectively better. We'll see how much that does. Oh wow, yeah, I wasn't expecting that to kill, honestly. Maybe I'm overestimating Poochyena, but Malfever keeping the team safe. So that is... oh, pff. Yeah, we've already gotten the encounter for this area. Oh, rest in peace, Milk Monster from last run. Alright, we'll just get rid of this. Oh gosh. Okay. Milk Monster's signature move, Intimidate, Meditate. I'm just getting all mixed up today. Sorry, we'll take that out. And actually, I'm gonna go back and heal with the folks at the beginning of the ranch, so that we have full PP on everything. That's probably not gonna be relevant, really, but you never know. I'd rather just make sure we're as prepared as possible for this battle. Alright. And I'll have to manage some held items as well. I might rare candy a couple guys up a little bit. I don't want to hit our level cap of 14, but I do want to be sure that we can handle this battle. I was thinking about this run a little bit over the last week, and I feel like this battle could be difficult, both because we have some frail Pokemon on the team, and also because I'm not sure exactly who I want to lead off with for this battle. We'll figure that out before we actually start the battle. Do a little bit of strategizing. There's a couple items around here. Infestation, I mean, it's like, I know that there's some strategies in like competitive singles that make use of it, but it just usually doesn't end up being that relevant. Intimidate Houndour could have been a cool encounter from this area. That's alright, we're happy with Tuck the Lillipup. Alright. Now, I've done this battle a lot. And so I know the lead by heart that they've got the Mienfoo and Growlithe. Mienfoo has Fake Out, Growlithe has Intimidate, and that can be very difficult to deal with. Yeah. I need to just cheat in the runs. I mean, we're already playing with cheats on, and you know we're not submitting this to the World Nuzlocke Association or anything. But I think we'll just we'll try to stick to our house rules at the very least. Joe Motion's at 22 base, or not base speed, but just 22 for its speed stat. I don't remember how fast the Mienfoo is. At one point I had like a dock with it down, but I can't find that anywhere. Let's see. So because of Intimidate, I'm incentivized a bit more to go for special attackers on lead. Bingo also is not going to be super effective by anything from this this lead, because I'm pretty sure that the Growlithe has Snarl, but thanks to the Fairy type being added in this ROM hack, Bingo is hit neutrally by that. Still a bit frail, and that could be cause for concern. But I think that Bingo might be a good choice to lead off. Now, for who would join him, that is another question. The Mienfoo's pretty threatening to Joe Motion and Magician because it has low sweep. And that's not super high base power, but for this point in the game, I think it's like 60 or 65 base power, and that can pack a real punch. That's pretty relevant base power for this point in the game. And then on top of that, you've got to worry about that dropping your speed. He's got same type attack bonus on it. That's just bad news all around. And Tuck and Ixwonker are both kind of discouraged by the Intimidate factor. We have Malfever. We don't have anything that resists fighting other than Bingo. I think that what we're gonna do... it'd be nice to get an attack off with Bingo. The only thing is, I'm not really sure who Mienfoo would fake out if I led with Malfever Bingo. And I think that having Malfever out pretty much guarantees that that they're going to use Incinerate, I believe is the Growlithe move, which is also kind of a problem for us because we've got a bunch of berries and Incinerate will get rid of our berries. There's a lot to consider here. I think actually, considering the Incinerate, I'm going to replace our Oran Berry on Ixwonker with this Quick Claw. It might not be relevant, but it could end up being pretty important. So what we're going to do, we can avoid the Intimidate by cycling Ixwonker in on turn 1, and then we can also cycle Magician in. If we bring Magician in to Bingo's slot, there's basically no way that the AI is going to target Bingo with a fighting type move. And Malfever out makes it so that Growlithe is more likely to use Incinerate, or whatever fire move it's packing in this patch. So yeah, I think that this will be the strat. Now I gotta think about who I want to level up. The levels might not seem super important, but honestly, any marginal advantage that you can get in this battle, it can go a really long way. I think I'm going to get everyone up to at least 12. Ooh, that's really important. Getting Psybeam on Bingo gives us some extra base power for stab psychic move. That could be very important. Also, Feint Attack on Joe Motion gives us a little bit of extra base power. Now, Joe Motion's not going to be a star attacker or anything, but really we can take anything we can get at this point. Now, I think that we will bump Magician up to 13, Bingo up to 13. Malfever and Ixwalker. Okay, Flame Charge is pretty important because right now we're running off of our special attack with Ember. This lets us use our physical attack, higher base power, and this is going to be sheer force boosted. So we won't be getting the speed boost from Flame Charge, but we're going to get a heck of a lot of power out of it. In this ROM hack, EVs for the players' Pokemon work as normal. There is an additional patch that you can't get that removes EVs, but I play with them on because that's just how I prefer to do it. I've tried EVs off, and it's just not really for me. The way that the AI's teams work, though, is I'm pretty sure that there's at the very least, ROM hackers haven't figured out exactly how to be able to give EVs to the opponent's teams, but they are able to guarantee that they will have maximum IVs, and then I think they can also influence the nature. So they don't get to have EVs, but they do get to have favorable natures and max IVs. When you look at it, I want to say at level 100, or at level 50, that maxed EVs in a stat is somewhere like 32 points in that stat. I want to say it's something along those lines. It's been a minute since I did any numbers with that, but that sounds right to me. So basically, you can use EVs as the player to make up for your disadvantage in like having cruddy IVs, and these battles are tough enough as it is. So. Oh gosh, yeah, I've seen some of those Kaizo ROM hacks that it's like, yeah, EVs are off, and it's like they're just those are just brutal. I don't know how anyone can manage running through those. That's some incredible stuff. Now this might be a little bit of a bad call. I'm really hoping it doesn't come out to bite me, but I am going to give Joe Motion the experience share. By leaving Joe Motion at level 12 and then giving him the experience share, that makes it so that I'm less likely to get too close to getting past the level cap. So real quick sidebar on the level cap. So with the level cap, I can reach level 14 right now, but the second I hit level 15, I'm not able to use that Pokemon until I get to a point where the level cap is higher. So we're very close to the next gym's level cap, and this could end up becoming pretty relevant. But I think that that the way we've got things set up right now is probably our best shot at handling this particular battle. It's gonna be a tricky one, but I think that that we've done as much as we can to be ready for it. Just one last, gonna think through. So he's gonna lead with Mienfu and Growlithe, and then in the back he has Axew with a lot of coverage moves, and Joltik with some difficult to deal with spread moves. So that's what we're walking into here. We'll see how we can handle it. Doesn't matter what you say to that makes him up with the no response there. All right, yeah. Let's see what we can do, gang. We got Malfever and Bingo leading off for the team. I feel like there probably is a bit more of a way to determine who this Mienfu might be faking out, but it's a mystery to me. And then this Growlithe, I think I've done everything I can to push it towards using Incinerate, but we'll see what the AI ends up thinking of. All right, bring in Magician. So we're not going to have any offense out on this first turn, and that can be frightening, because they could easily run us over if we don't get some good damage output here. But I think that this is the best call. Ooh, Helping Hand. Helping Hand fake out. That's not too bad. Magician tanks it pretty well, and the Rough Skin probably not going to be relevant, but nice to have anyway. I think we'll get a Flame Charge off on the Mienfu. What's concerning is Mienfu is more than likely gonna go for a low sweep on Magician. I know the AI typically is gonna prioritize 1, super effective moves, and 2, moves that will kill. And I think that this is checking off both of those boxes there. So I think that we're gonna bring Bingo back in. What I'm expecting from the AI right now is a low sweep from Mienfu on Magician slot, and probably a Helping Hand from Growlithe. So we'll see. We'll see how my prediction goes there. I'd like Magician to be able to get a Water Pulse off on the Growlithe, but I just don't really know how Magician stacks up speed-wise against this Mienfu. Mienfu's pretty decently fast, and I really don't want to risk an easy death right off the bat. Okay, we got the Helping Hand. We got the read. Low sweep on Bingo. Don't call me psychic. Alright, we get a Flame Charge off. I'm not really sure how much this is going to do. Okay, that's alright damage. Now, what to do here? I'm not really sure what the AI is going to want to do. Another Flame Charge will kill the Mienfu. That could be a good way to go with this. But with Bingo, we're going to check speed stats real quick. I should have taken more note of this, but Ixwanker is generally slower, so no surprise that that Mienfu would outspeed him. Bingo is actually slower than Ixwanker, which is a little bit surprising to me. I guess the Gardevoir Gallade line doesn't get more base speed until they evolve. Malfever's 22, Magician's 22, Joe Motion's 23, and Tuck is 19. Okay, yeah, so we don't have anyone who's like super fast. Yeah, this might have to be a gamble on on Quick Claw, but if Ixwonker gets hit by anything, I don't think that there's anything threatening enough that he's gonna have to be too worried here. But now the question is, do we keep Bingo in, or do we cycle back out? I would not expect a fire move out of Growlithe. It's possible, but I don't think I'd expect it. I really don't know what to expect from this Growlithe. It might just go for another Helping Hand. Ideally, I would want to get the Quick Claw to proc and just take out the Mienfoo, but that's not something that I can really rely on. And now that I think about it, I don't really know what Mienfoo goes for here either. I'm trying to think about what its moves are. I know it has Grass Knot, which is really weird, but I've seen it go for that, especially if I've like dropped its physical attack a lot. But then I don't remember. Oh, it's got Payback as its last move, so maybe we'd see Payback. That'd be something nice to switch. Either Joe Motion or Magician in on. I think I'm actually going to bring Joe Motion in here. If we get the Quick Claw proc, that's nice, but either way, I think Mienfoo will be gone at the end of this turn. I don't think a low sweep is coming into Bingo this turn, and then we'll have Fake Out Pressure. Yeah, we're going to go with Joe Motion. Okay, Snarl isn't too big of a deal. Both of my guys out right now have physical attacks, so that's a pretty alright turn. Payback. Okay, Payback into Joe Motion, that's fine. Alright, so we take out Mienfoo. What's worrying is I'm pretty sure we've got Axew coming out now, and this thing is a monster early on. What to do? Flame Charge isn't going to be particularly useful against either of these. One thing that Ixwonker is very good for here is he's very likely to bait Axew into using Rock Tomb. Which, you know, I say that like it's a good thing, but I'm looking at our team and I don't really know who would appreciate switching in on a Rock Tomb. Let's see. We can fake out the Axew. That would give us a free switch, at least on that end. Ideally, then Growlithe would go for a Helping Hand. Yes. Then Bingo and Malfever both have Fairy-type moves. Magician would be able to contend with Growlithe. Malfever is pretty threatened by Growlithe, but is also pretty threatened by Joltik. Tight spot. I'm a little bit concerned about the potential Snarl from Growlithe as well. That could very seriously cause problems. I think we're going to bring in Malfever because Malfever is the least likely to be useful against the Joltik out of everyone in the back. Magician also has a bit of trouble with Joltik too. We'll bring in Malfever. And we will fake out the Axew. fake out. No helping hand from Growlithe. Okay, we've got a Snow on deck. Not ideal. If we go for Tickle here, then that could be useful going forward, but we've got a Fire move almost certainly coming out. I want to say we bring in Magician on the probably Aerial Ace from Axew. I don't know if Joe Motion's going to be faster than this thing. Then we bring out the Growl to try to help Magician tank a move. This is definitely dangerous, though. I don't think I have a better option, though. Let's get that Growl off. Ooh, Helping Hand. This is really scary. This could be it. Oh, never mind. Magician tanking it like it's nothing. And snacking on a berry. Alright, that is a pretty favorable turn. We're still in a not ideal spot in the sense that we really need to get some damage down onto this Axew, and we don't have a lot of ways to do that. What I'm thinking is we take this opportunity to Water Pulse the Growlithe. Let's see, Water Pulse the Growlithe. I'm not really sure if that's going to necessarily kill, but we got to get some damage down on it. And then we get another Growl off on the Axew. I think that's the play. What we're really trying to do is make one of the slots in this battle as useless as possible, so that we can not get just like focused down on one of our guys. Oh, Rock Tomb, that's gonna be rough. Okay, Joe Motion tanks it. Those growls are already showing their worth. See how much Magician does. Not quite enough to kill, but that is still valuable damage. But we've got two weakened Pokemon on the field. Rock Tomb is a little bit less scary on Ixwanker right now, thanks to the drops that we've done on the opponent's attacking stats. You know what? I think we're going to have to potion up a bit. We're going to potion Magician, and we're going to switch Joe Motion out to... I think it's going to have to be Ixwanker. My thought here is... Let's see. The Growlithe has shown that it's willing to go for Incinerate. And I really don't want to switch Malfever into that. And then I've also got my berries on Bingo and Tuck that I'd really rather not waste. I've got the Axew at -2. I think we're going to have to believe in Ixwanker here. I think Magician can tank if he gets focused down, as long as he doesn't crit. Yeah, we'll bring in Ixwanker for Joe Motion. Good stuff, Joe Motion. I was not expecting Joe Motion to be useful for this battle at all, so really huge props there. Magician healing up. Another Incinerate. I'm glad that I went to to Ixwanker for that. Breaking Swipe. That is a bit unfortunate. I'm going to be dropping our physical attack. We did get get some benefit out of that. And it's not the worst damage that I've taken. Let's see. Now there's no way that they go for an incinerate now, right? But maybe that's famous last words. We're also slowed down by... Yeah, we got hit by a rock tomb on Magician earlier. Oh, Mario, no, don't call me a Joe Motion hater, no. I'm like the biggest Joe Motion fan. He's got a combo video out. He's like a really sick Project M Toon Link for anyone not in the know. But he's got like the dopest combo video. Like, he's so cool. So no, we are not Joe Motion haters here. Let's see. I think we're very strongly baiting a rock tomb at Xwonker right now. Let's see, Scary Face only targets one. It's tough because Magician being slower than the Growlithe at this point makes it so that we have a lot less freedom. Like if Magician were faster, then we could just take out the Growlithe easy. Or if we had something like Aqua Jet for priority, but we do not have that option available to us. Our real saving grace here is those two Growls make it so that we don't have to worry about nearly as much damage coming our way each turn. I think Magician's gonna just potion up again. And as for Growlithe, I think it's going to be Malfever. I mentioned before that Malfever is not going to be super useful against the Joltik, so I think that this is going to be a spot where we might get some value out of him. Oh, let's go. Bingo, applying to ISU. Awesome school. I've met some amazing folks from the Bloomington Normal area. A lot of them ISU students. Also, there's something about, like, I've been out on the campus there, and there's just something very calming about being there. Oh, we got hit by an Incinerate. Jeez, I was not expecting the AI to pick Incinerate against two guys that it's not very effective against. But luckily, thanks to the preparation that we did before, we were able to tank that all right. That is still really unfortunate for Malfever, though. Let's see. We'll probably have another Incinerate coming our way. Might also have an Aerial Ace going Malfever's way. Do I want to use up a turn on Scary Face? Yeah, I think we're going to go for Scary Face on the Axew. Then for Malfever's turn, he's in some danger. I think we bring Tuck out. It will be unfortunate if an Incinerate does come out, but I think that we'll be alright. Let's go ahead and bring Tuck in. Alright, we do have an Incinerate out. So we are berryless. But that now we are pretty much guaranteed to outspeed Axew. Get a Water Pulse off on Growlithe. We know that Magician's going to be slower than everyone else. That could be in some trouble too. What a... Yeah, I think we need to heal Magician up. Tuck could be in some danger. Let's see. Howl just targets itself in this. Does not target the ally. In future generations, it raises the ally's attack stat as well, but wouldn't be super relevant, because Magician's just not really going to be able to do a whole lot of attacking with the state of everything else right now. I haven't been paying enough attention to speed stats. Tuck's not super fast, so I don't really know if he'd outspeed the Growlithe. That would be our ideal situation. If we do a Howl boost, that'll prepare us better for Joltik. Joltik could be a problem for us. We'd have to do some healing, and that risks crits. I'm not sure if Retaliate would kill from this this percent on Axew, and I don't even know if I'd want to necessarily take out Axew, because what we're really worried about right now is we don't want Joltik to be able to come in and just like wreck shop. I think we're gonna try to tank a hit with Tuck, and we're gonna get X-Wonker healed up a bit, because X-Wonker is gonna be really important for Joltik. Tuck should be able to tank this as long as it's not a crit. Breaking Swipe. There's the crit. Yeah, that's what that's unfortunately something that that's gonna happen if you're spending that much time healing. So now we're in a position where we have Growlithe and we have an Axew out. I think that we want to bring Bingo in because we have Disarming Voice. So I think we put out a Disarming Voice. Don't think we're going to outspeed Growlithe, but we should outspeed Axew because of the scary face that Magician got off for us. And we bring in X-Wonker. To remove Tuck. Incinerate is going to get rid of our berry. That is unfortunate. Okay, not too bad on the damage though. We do get Disarming Voice off. Alright, we take them both out. Good stuff, Bingo. Now, the really nice thing with with these double battles is when you've only got one of the opponents left, you have a little bit more freedom. You're not not as threatened. Took a lot to get to this point, but I think that I'm just gonna heal up with Bingo. The big thing with this Joltik is it's packing Electro Web and Struggle Bug. So those are both not super powerful. I think they're around like 50 base power, somewhere in that area. But they're spread moves. And the type coverage from Electric plus Bug at this point in the game can be pretty difficult to deal with sometimes. Luckily, since we positioned it so that Xwonker is out on the field, it means that we just have to tank one hit, and then Flame Charge should just straight up kill this, because it's a super effective stab sheer force boosted move. I think that if this doesn't kill, I'd be astounded. And since it's a spread move and it's not super high base power, I think we're gonna be okay. Ooh, it also has Nuzzle, that's interesting. Alright, so there is the Parahex. But that's okay, because I think that we can just use Bingo to Psybeam, so then even if we keep getting Parahex, we're going to be able to take care of this thing pretty quick. And I want to say... Yes, okay. So, paralysis mechanics in Generation 6 and later, I believe, made it so that electric types could not get paralyzed. But we're playing in Generation 5, and this hack does not update that aspect of the mechanics. So we were looking pretty good there. Even if we got fully paralyzed on both of our guys, or something crazy like that, we would have been in a pretty good spot. Alright. So that's not the worst, not the worst grunt battle that I've had. I've definitely had better, but I think that we had some difficult things to deal with in that battle. So I think that the team did pretty well given the circumstances. It is really disappointing that Magician ended up taking that crit, but that was a consequence of the way that that I was opting to play that. I was trying to be as safe as I could and play around as few crits as I needed to, but you know, that's just how it is sometimes. You know, it's like a 1 in 16 chance in the Generation 5 engine, and you know, if you roll that dice enough, it's gonna trigger that chance sometimes, and sometimes it's gonna be points where you really don't want it to happen. So we will send our goat magician to Valhalla, and then we will figure out what we want to do for the next gym, because the next gym is coming up real soon. There's a handful of additional trainer battles, but like we're basically right at the gym. And honestly, you can kind of tell just how close we are just because of how close we are to the level caps. Alright, now ignore the PokeLink overlay for a moment. Magician did not just get revived. I sound like a parent trying to explain a voice. It's like sometimes, like I don't want to get into that, but our attentive viewers might notice that we just jumped over into spring. I mentioned this around the end of last stream, but each month is a new season in Pokemon Blaze Black and Volt White 2. And as a result of that, since we just rolled over into September 2022, we are now in spring. I think that's really cool, because the last time that I played this, it was also winter for most of the time that I was playing, so getting to play in a different season, get, you know, slightly different encounters, slightly different visuals, I think that's kind of nice. Just a little bit of extra variety to spice things up. Alright, well, I have not named this box yet, so we'll go ahead and just quickly... Valhalla. Magician did a lot of good for us in that battle. A lot of that chip damage that we got on Axew was because of Rough Skin, which that wasn't something I was expecting would be super relevant, but it ended up being pretty important. The scary face that that Magician did to Axew as well is also probably a big part of why we didn't lose anyone else after the crit. You can't really ask for much more out of a Pokemon than that amount of support for the team. Double battles are especially brutal, and you know, sometimes you take a crit. That's the Nuzlocke life, but you will not be forgotten, Magician. Thank you so much for your service to the team. Unfortunately, that does leave us in a position where we only have 5 Pokemon remaining for all of the battles leading up to the gym and the gym battle itself. One thing that is particularly challenging in the lead up to the first gym is that a lot of the time you gotta be really close to the level cap for that grunt battle, or else you just get completely stomped. And so then when you're fighting the gym trainers and a couple of the battles before the gym leader, then it can be kind of dicey. You really don't want to exceed that level cap. I'll see what I can do to avoid that. But right now we've got this experience here on Joe Motion. We're right, we just got to level 13 with him, so I think I'm gonna keep the experience share on him, but it could get a little bit questionable. We also don't have any fighting type moves. Folks might have noticed, we're going into the normal type gym. That can also be a little bit difficult. We'll have to be careful going into these next few battles. Let's see. We'll go ahead and we're just gonna pack Oran Berries on everyone. No need for Quick Claw right now. And the experience share on Joe Motion makes it so that Joe Motion's probably not going to be doing a lot of combat for us, and that just makes it so that whoever we have out in the battle isn't taking quite as much of that experience all for themselves, and so we're less likely to have level cap problems, basically. I'm going to take a quick look at our experience values. Not too bad. Okay, so we're looking good there. Could be challenging, but I think we're doing okay. Yes, my Pokemon do indeed. They are schmoovin', actually. So what? This was originally a DS game. It's got touchscreen controls. So if you're on the Pokemon status screen like this, if you click on them, they turn around, so you can look at the back sprites, but also they're just, look at that. Xwalker's like ready to go. He's just all over the place. Let's go. Now, I've skipped through all of the text and haven't really paid that much attention to it because I already know where I need to go. But this is the spot. You have a couple required battles here. They're not too threatening. It's kind of just like the early beginner stuff where like you get faced with like, this is an all grass team, and then I think you fight an all water team, and like the Pokemon on these teams cycle depending on what starter you picked. So you're always going to be fighting the Pokemon that your starter is super effective against for this battle, and then for the next battle it's the one that's super effective against your Pokemon. I think we'll just go for Flame Charge, nothing crazy here. Okay, we dodged the Paralysis, which is pretty nice. And we can make pretty quick work of this. This isn't going to be nearly as exciting as the previous battle. But this is part of what makes level cap management challenging because we've got these 2 battles, and you're locked in with your lead Pokemon. Like you don't get the chance to switch outside of battle in between these 2 battles, so that can make managing the experience kind of difficult, and that's part of why the experience share strats are really good there. Alright, so we hit 14. We'll have to be pretty careful about X-Walker, but luckily, since we're going to be fighting some water types here, we're not going to want to have X-Walker out for the battle anyway, so we'll be swapping turn 1 anyway. And typically, for basically any run, you can pretty reliably just switch over to your monkey and let them handle this battle. Might vary depending on what your encounters are and where your Pokemon are relative to the level cap, but yeah, 9 times out of 10, it's kind of just use your starter for the first one and use your monkey for the second one, and you're kind of fine. And they're always going to have the Elemental Monkey, the Gen 5 starter, and then the Gen 3 starter for their teams. So it's pretty formulaic, and they're just not that threatening. But coming up here, the gym trainer battles aren't super bad or anything. I don't think that I've lost any Pokemon to them previously, but they could catch you off guard if you're not ready for them. I don't think that that we're gonna have to fret too much, but it is at least worth paying a little bit more attention to those than these last 2 battles. Yeah, this could be the first time we lose a Pokemon to the gym trainers here. I've lost plenty to the actual gym battles, so I think that we still have some potential losses in our future. I'm hoping that despite being kind of in a weakened state at only 5 Pokemon in the team, I'm hoping that the guys we've got are gonna be enough to handle this. Yeah, he gives us Oran Berries, by the way. Not really relevant since we're already cheating in berries, but he gives you, I think, 5 Oran Berries, which can be pretty important for this gym battle. Venonat. I think I got Venonat once as an encounter, but I think that run died pretty quickly. There's a lot of niche encounters available in the early routes. I think it makes the replayability for this whole ROM hack significantly greater. Okay. Off to the gym trainers. I think I'm gonna pick up a couple potions. I'm hoping that it won't really come to to potioning up folks on the team, but I'd rather have them than not. I don't actually remember exactly what the teams are for these next 2 trainers. I know that one of them's got a Rattata and a Whismur, and I think like a Sentret. And then another one has like I think a P-Dove and an Eevee, something along those lines. Oh, and a Teddy Ursa. But for the most part, it's like, you know, if you got a fighting move, you're probably in better shape here, but there's not going to be anything that's like super gimmicky. It's kind of just like, you know, some mildly difficult battles. Gym trainer number 1. Yeah, okay. Rattata. I think we'll just launch off a side beam here. Bite's kind of scary. And the flinch. Let's see. I think we'll play it safe and just switch out to Itzwalker. Bingo being in the battle helped to spread out the experience. I just didn't want to risk a crit there. Flame Charge probably takes this thing out. Speaking of risking crits, this guy's getting ready to wipe the whole team with some lucky crits. Alright, so we took Rattata out. Joe Motion is at level 14. We will have to deal with the level cap management there. Captivate is nice when it works out. It just doesn't always work out. I think I prefer it over Sand Attack. If we're the opposite gender of the opponent and they're a special attacker, then Captivate could be kind of nice. Probably won't be super relevant though. Right, now we've got Whismur. This thing usually does either like, I think, Uproar or Echoed Voice. Either one of those might be a problem. I think we'll just have to keep Itzwalker in. I don't want to give him too much experience, but I don't think we have much of a choice. Because if we had to switch in, we might have to tank multiple Uproars, and that's not good news. See, yeah, that's a non-trivial amount of damage, and when you factor in having to play around crits, it can get really bad really fast. And then the last one here should be a Sentret. Yeah. I think we'll switch over to Tuck. He should be able to tank whatever Sentret tries to do. Oh, we got Bloom following now. Welcome to the stream, Bloom. Okay. Yeah, that's not too scary. We'll just go ahead and try to retaliate this thing down. Thanks to the Oran Berry, this shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, we just click retaliate again and we're fine. Oh wow, that Sentret must have hustle since it missed with a 100 accuracy move. Yes, hello Bloom. Glad you could drop in. We're having some good times here. First run kinda collapsed on us, unfortunately, but we're doing okay here. We lost Magician, but you know that's Nuzlocke for you. Let's see. Burned through a couple berries here, but overall that battle wasn't terrible. I think we're gonna take off the experience share from Joe Motion. Yeah, he's not in too much danger of leveling up past the cap, but better to play it safe. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Mario kind of sniped the Carvana from Ava. I think that he said something right before she did, and so that's just how it be, I guess. But I don't know, Carvana seems like a neat Pokemon. I think that it was just a very difficult spot to be not that bulky water type is all. And, you know, crits can take out even the bulkiest guys sometimes. Alright, we'll just give some berries to the gang once again. We will lead off with Bingo again. Although I'm not sure I'm not sure about this upcoming battle. I don't want to lead Malfever because I'm pretty sure that she leads with a flying type. Okay, I did remember that correctly. I don't remember if this has Unaware or Super Luck. I really hope it just has Unaware, because Super Luck is going to make crits a lot more relevant. We'll just go for Side Beam. I think we'll be okay. Quick Attack is also a little bit annoying, just because it doesn't matter how fast we are, we're going to get hit by something. Okay. Bingo did fine there. And again, the extra bulk from Only Berries is super useful. Yeah, Nuzlocks are super scary. They're a lot of fun. I really like the extra difficulty spike that you get with it, but it can be really unforgiving. Right, we got a Teddy Ursa now. I think this is going to be Malfever's opportunity to come in. That's quite a bit of damage. Considering going for Tickle, actually. We would still be in danger of a crit, but this would make it so that if we needed to switch out Malfever, which we probably will have to, because I don't think Magical Leaf's gonna one-shot this thing. But this would make it so that switching in against this thing would be a little bit less scary for the rest of the team. We'll do Tickle. Mario, I think that I'm probably gonna stop after the gym battle. So this will probably be a little bit of a shorter stream than last week's, but yeah, I feel like right after the gym battle would be a pretty good stopping point. So we got one Tickle off. We did have to dodge a crit. If we get another Tickle off, we'd be in a better spot, but we would risk another crit. I think that we're gonna have to just go with the one Tickle, because we've already burned through our berry, and that headbutt is pretty strong. So we'll bring Tuck in to clean up. Jeez, that's still 10 damage, even after the attack drop. But luckily, the Tickle also lowered Teddy Ursa's defense, so Retaliate might actually just straight up kill. Tuck is the GOAT. In this run and last run. Alright. Dodge the crit. Always nice to see. Never something you want to have to do, but if you have to do it, then it's nice to be able to do it. And for the last mon, it is Eevee. I don't think we stand any chance of one-shotting this, so I'm going to go for Bite. If I'm faster, then I get a flinch chance. It's less damage overall, but it might save us from having to dodge a crit or something. Oh, speaking of crits. Oh, and see, Eevee's using our own strats against us with Tickle. I think that, just because of that defense drop, I am going to play it extra safe and switch out. We're not too close to leveling up, so we'll bring in Xwonker. I think Xwonker's our most reliable team member right now. Another Tickle, but Xwonker is at full HP, so I think I'm just gonna go for a Flame Charge. Okay, all right. This Eevee's just all about that Tickle life. Okay. Not too bad. I'm gonna run back to the gym, and then I think we'll do one last look over for the team, and then we'll get right into the gym battle. Yeah, Evie's over here just having a tickle fight, and I'm lighting myself on fire and charging it down. But yeah, that's why you don't. I don't know. I was trying to do like a don't bring a knife to a gunfight type thing. Bring a flame charge to a tickle fight, I guess. Something along those lines. Well, I want to say that Oranberry on everyone's probably going to be the play, because the thing about this is I'm probably going to need to be switching folks around at least a little bit, and without the extra healing that that the berry gives me, I could be in some trouble. As far as lead matchups go, that is another thing to consider. There's a few things to worry about with this gym. First of all, Charon leads off with a Porygon with Trace as its ability, so you need to make sure that whoever you send out has an ability that is not useful for Porygon. So, for example, I don't, since I'm not going to be using any status moves, or at least inflicting any status conditions on Porygon, Bingo with Synchronize wouldn't be a bad idea. I probably wouldn't want to give Pickup to Porygon, because then it could end up picking up an Oranberry and healing off damage that I've done to it. Overgrow shouldn't be a big deal, because if I remember right, Porygon should not have any grass type moves to make use of that. Unburden, I don't think I'd want to give that to Porygon. Sheer Force, definitely don't, because Porygon carries Charge Beam, and so that would get Sheer Force boosted and be very scary. Yeah, so I think that my lead options are going to be probably Malfever or Bingo. I think Malfever might be the pick. I don't really know exactly where I'm going to use Bingo in the rest of this battle, though. Lead matchup with Bingo. I suppose I'd have... I could spam Psybeam at it. I just don't really know how much damage Bingo would do necessarily. But that is kind of part of the challenge with someone like Ralts. Got some alright special defense, but just overall not the tankiest team member. Yeah, no contrary stats. It's unfortunate. Yeah, the run one, I was so glad that I was able to show off contrary. Trace contrary is really funny when the AI starts just tanking its own attack and special attack with workup. Alright, we'll go ahead and get the team to level 14. Ooh, Shockwave could be really important, actually. Lucky Chant or Growl? Lucky Chant's more unique, and like, I don't think that Bingo's gonna be out long enough to be able to really use Growl enough. So I think I'm gonna replace Growl. Get Tuck up to 14. Tuck wants to learn Pursuit. Honestly, I'm just better off with Bite. The opponent doesn't switch out that much, so the secondary effect for Pursuit isn't really that relevant. Malfever wants to learn Leech Seed, though. That could be important. Do I get rid of Growth or Tickle? I think I want to get rid of Growth, because there's a few pretty scary physical attackers on this team that Tickle could be really useful for. Growth could be nice if I were in a spot that Malfever could Could use growth a few times and then sweep through things, but I just don't really see that happening as much. Leech Seed at least gives me the opportunity to potentially like stall someone out, get some healing off on the team. Now, just one last thought over anyone else. We do have the Muscle Band that we could give to Ixwonker, which could be nice for boosting his damage output. But having that Wormberry is really nice too. Let me think. And I don't think I'm going for Quick Claw on anyone. I will say though, I think that Porygon can be kind of hard to kill, and I'm not really sure how Bingo does 1v1. So what I think I want to do is get a Leech Seed off on it with Malfever. Could still be a bit of a difficult fight because that thing could use Workup, so maybe a Leech Seed isn't the play. Bingo does have better special defense than its physical defense, so maybe just using it against the main special attacker is the play. I think I will go for that. The thing about Shockwave is that it could be really useful against Charon's Doduo. The Doduo is one of the more threatening members of Charon's team, and having some super effective damage could be really nice. The real challenge with this whole battle is going to be not letting him get Workup set up on his team. And I mean, we don't have like incredible damage output, so this could be challenging. But we'll see what we can do. We'll make our way over to the gym, and we'll give it our best shot. But I swear, no matter how many times I play this battle, it's always a challenge. Like, even if you get some super optimal early game team, sometimes Charon can just catch you off guard. I think that we've done everything we can here, though. I'm gonna go ahead and save, just as a contingency. You know, if something happened, like the emulator crashed mid-battle, I'd hate to have to replay all that progress. I really should be saving more frequently anyway, but, you know. Alright, let's go ahead and give it our best shot. Hoo boy. Leader Charon, 6 versus 5. We're leading off with Bingo. Alright, as mentioned, we have Synchronize. I think we're just gonna go straight into Side Beam, see how much damage it does, and hopefully get enough damage off that that he's not able to set up a bunch of workups. Alright, here goes nothing. Not the best damage. But Bingo is faster, and that is very important. We'll go ahead and shoot off another Side Beam. Wait, oh, we're speed tied? That's not good. That's very not good. Did 27 damage to us. Oh, buddy. Speed tie. That is a conundrum. We know, then, Bingo is 18 speed. Wow, okay. So this Porygon is like exactly 18 speed is what I'm getting from that. Bingo has 22 special defense, and that's the highest on the team. Wow. Yeah, I think that we're kind of in RNGesus' hands because we don't have anyone that can resist Swift. Swift isn't going to miss, obviously, and we don't have anyone who's tankier on special defense than Bingo. So, Really hate to have to do this early on, but we really just have to pray for the speed tie. Bloom, the speed tie is determined by RNG. At least I'm like 90% sure that it's just like a 50-50 chance. So here goes nothing. Yeah, Jesus, take the wheel. Buddy. Ah, there it is. That is a rough early loss. We're gonna have to see what we can do here with the rest of the team now. I'm trying to think about our options. We kind of just need something to take this thing out right away. We don't really want to mess around with anything else. I'm gonna bring in Joe Motion because I want to get a fake out off, so I can get some chip damage down on him. One thing that this ROM hack also does is the gym leaders and other important trainers do not use battle items. You might think of this as a nerf for them initially, because like what they don't use a full restore. What the heck? But if you watch like Nuzlockers, a lot of the time they'll like play around. Like they can know with certainty when the AI is going to use a potion, and so they'll use that to their advantage and get more benefit from the opponent using a healing item than the opponent gets from using it. But so that if anybody's curious about why I'm not playing around that, that's the reason why. We'll fake out, get some damage off. Oh, never mind, that just straight up killed. Yeah, crit and revenge for our fallen hero. Or our fallen bingo, that is. Hey. Alright, now we've got Retaliate coming in from this Lillipup. I do not know how fast Lillipup is going to be. But I do know that Joe Motion is faster than Tuck. So unless Tuck has very, very bad speed IVs and... but yeah, unless Tuck has very, very bad... Or very, very... Yeah, very, very bad speed IVs, and then this Lillipup being 31 for its speed IV, like, that's the only scenario where this thing is gonna outspeed. So I think we go for Growl. That's gonna catch it doing Retaliate and should save us. I think that's a much better shot for us than trying to switch out into someone else to tank the hit. This is still scary though. Okay, yeah, here's the Retaliate. Yeah, that is a hard hit. But it is important to note that was as strong as that attack's gonna get without a crit. I think we will put another Growl down. Now it's going for Workup. The good thing is, Lillipup does not have any special attacks, so at the very least, we're basically just trading -1 attack, and then he's doing +1 attack, so we're breaking even here. Still, we need to do something to move this position forward. Yeah, we might have locked the AI into just doing Workup. I don't know how it affects it, like, if it sees that it's at +6 special attack, if that'll affect its decision to use Workup. But I think what we need to do is keep it at -1 attack. Or -2. Yeah, it's at -2 since we already had one Growl off on it. Or no, yeah. Yeah, before it uses Workup, it gets down to -2, and then it goes back to -1. That's right. Okay, so there's the Retaliate. Okay. I think we need another Growl. This is risking a crit, but I think that we have to. Okay, good stuff, Joe Motion. Now... could use Howl with Tuck. We also have Tickle. I think we're going to switch into Malfever. We're going to get a Leech Seed off and then go for Tickle. Also, Retaliate only has 5 PP overall, so he's going to have to switch moves eventually. Let's get a Leech Seed off. God, we missed. Okay, he's got Pursuit. That is something to note for the future. Because actually, that was a very dangerous spot for Joe Motion, and I really have to note that. The AI is probably not going to go for Pursuit on a not very effective hit, but if it did see the kill, then it would be much more likely to go for it. So I think we're going to try to hit a Tickle or two to help set... Ooh, wow, that's a crit. Okay, but that's why we've got our Berry, that's why we've got Leech Seed. We're going to get another Tickle or two off. The AI is very much, like, not inclined to switch out. I know that they do it sometimes, but I haven't seen Sharon do it. So we're going to switch over to Tuck. Oh, that's really bad. But we're just going to use our Cherry Berries. But the problem is that Thunderfang has a high crit chance, so we'll have to be a little bit worried about that. Let's go for Howl. Oh, and the flinch chance. Yeah, that has para, crit, and flinch all in one move. Okay, so we might get another Howl off, which could be important. Okay. Honestly, I didn't want it to die there, because I would have loved to get another Howl or two off. Now, I don't know how fast Deerling is, and I don't really know if we kill, and I don't know if this thing has, like, double kick or something. But with all that uncertainty stated, I think that we just have to go for a Retaliate and see what we can do. Headbutt. Okay, dodge the flinch. Whew, but we are still in some danger. Headbutt isn't the worst thing to have to deal with, but there are more problems in our future. We're gonna heal up first, see if the AI changes its behavior at all. Still going for Headbutt. Okay. Retaliate. We need no flinch and no crit. Okay. But there's still some pretty scary things coming up. Doduo. Yeah, this thing is a real monster. This thing could just, like, straight up kill me right now. Aerial Ace. Not the worst damage I've seen. Let's see if Retaliate can deal with it. Okay, he went for Workup. That's actually really favorable if we kill. That did not kill. Alright. We are in some pretty serious danger. So Aerial Ace is probably going to be his move of choice. He might go for Quick Attack now that we're at low HP, though. Did 27 damage. We might be in damage range. Okay. See what it goes for here. Probably gonna need to switch out. Yeah, even at that percent. Okay. And Tuck is 20 speed. Malfeaver's a little bit faster, but I don't think it's going to be faster than Doduo. I think that we're going to switch to Ixwonker and rely on that berry to see us through here. That's pretty bad. We did not get him berry range, but now he's probably going to go for Aerial Ace. Yeah, this might be RIP for the run. That's really bad. Unfortunate. We're done. That's probably a GG. Joe Motion is our only hope for someone who might outspeed. Unfortunately, we do not have Unburden procced since we switched out. Oh wait, we've got Fake Out. I had no way to switch in, though. But now we've got Apom. Now, Apom also has Fake Out. So we're gonna try... I don't know what other moves it has other than Fake Out, Work Up, Water Pulse. I think it has Double Hit, something like that. Yeah, there's the Fake Out. We're gonna go for Tickle. Okay, he's spamming Work Up on us. Going for Leech Seed. Oh, the Water Pulse. Clutch. We needed that, we need that Leech Seed. Water Gem is gone. That's really important. That'll have 2 chances to crit every time. Okay. Let's see. We want health across the board. Okay, he's going for more Work Up. We're gonna need to take advantage of this and try to get more tickles off. Water Pulse could hurt, but it's like, since we resist it and Apom's not a particularly good special attacker, it's really our best case scenario, even if it gets to +6. Ooh, Confusion not great. Alright, we're gonna have to leave it at that and heal up. Get Tuck first. Joe Motion up. Okay. Now, it might look like this is a favorable turning point for us, but he's still got 1 Pokemon left, and for anyone who's played this this ROM hack before, you know that it is Munchlax. So we're still not anywhere near safe right now. Yeah, Munchlax is super bulky. Oh, bingo. It's using Water Pulse right now because the AI sees my or like in the AI's head, it's like my special attack is very boosted. Like I'm at +6 special attack, and my physical attack is really weakened. So I'm gonna go for Water Pulse. It's like, yeah, it's a whole thing. There's a lot of stuff around like stat boosts and stuff like that. Like the reason why Contrary Porygon will just keep doing workup over and over again is because it sees, oh, my stats are lowered and I have a move that can raise those stats, so I'm gonna do that. So yeah, the AI's got some little quirks like that, definitely. A little unfortunate. I am gonna go into this with less than max HP most likely because I think Apom outspeeds. Yes. So not the best. I probably shouldn't have gone for the Magical Leaf actually. Oh, and the Confusion too, right? Yeah, Charon's I don't know, he's got some problems. Okay, but I think this is probably where we say goodbye to Malfever, unfortunately. What I am wondering is if I put off a Tickle or a Leech Seed. I think I'm gonna do Leech Seed. Snapped out of Confusion and got the Leech Seed off. Okay, he went for Workup. This could actually save us. Munchlax is gonna be all physical. If we get some Tickles off, since we're faster, that's nice. Okay, we're now probably slower. But he's at neutral because he got +1 and -1. So we're just gonna do a couple of these. Oh god. If Malfever comes through, that's like insane. Like I thought this battle was lost. Okay. Might have to tank another Rock Tomb. Also, we're still faster. Okay. Right, he's got a berry. He used to have leftovers. In earlier patches, this guy had leftovers, and he's a tanky boy. It was like, it was so brutal. Okay. Now, I don't really think that anyone can tank a crit, so I'm kind of just writing it off as, if I get crit, I lose Joe Motion. However, what I can do with Joe Motion is I can fake out to give us one fewer turn of getting crit, and then I can just like spam Growl or go for a Feint Attack now that Munchlax has much less defense thanks to Tickle. Tackle. What? Oh my god, Joe Motion. There was no way in hell that I thought Joe Motion was living a crit from Munchlax. A stab tackle from Munchlax. Like, I just want to point out, like, Purloin, not that tanky. 41 for its HP stat, 18 defense. That's not anything special. But that was just enough. See, okay. So that's the big thing. In Nuzlocke, there are hidden stats. Alright? There's a heart stat. And Joe Motion's is like maxed out. And that is how you live a crit. Okay? But now, there's still a little bit more to do. Fake out might be kind of funny, because it might actually kill at this point, just because of where Munchlax's defense is. But the nice thing is, we'll be able to stall out this Leech Seed, and so we'll get a little bit of healing off of it, and he'll take a little bit more chip damage from it. Alright, but we don't have to worry. Feint Attack never misses, and we're guaranteed to be faster than Munchlax because, as I mentioned with paying attention to our speed stats, that can be really important. We already know that Malfever was faster, and we know that Joe Motion's faster than Malfever. So, we can very safely click Feint Attack without any worry. Also, Munchlax, I already knew that it didn't have any priority. That would have been a very embarrassing moment if he suddenly pulled out like Munchlax used Aqua Jet or something dumb like that. Wow. What a battle, though. That was that was about as skin of your teeth as those battles can get. Um, Several points where I thought we were just done, but turns out our team's kind of goated. It is it is a difficult position that we're in right now. We do have some empty spots on our team, and that's never great. Definitely not. But just the fact that we lived past that means so much. Thanks to my unique house rules, I get one bonus freebie catch from beating this gym leader, and so that gives us one catch. We have the fishing encounters in both Verbank City and um, in Aspertia City, so that gives us two more encounters. And then on top of that, we get the Verbank Complex inner and outer areas, because those are specified as different by word of the devs for this ROM hack. So I'm not cheating. The hackers are. And then we also get our Kanto starter as a gift in Verbank City. So we get a whole lot of goodies coming up. I think that I'm gonna wrap a few things up here and then cut the stream, but that's something that we'll have to look forward to next time. So, I think first things first, we're gonna have to send our heroes to Valhalla. But actually, no, first things first, can we just talk about how insanely goated these three are? Really, these five are. We couldn't have made it through without all five of these guys giving their all. Like, Bingo led off fearlessly against a very terrifying opponent. You know, sometimes these encounters just don't work out the best for you. Sometimes you lose a speed tie, and that's the way that these Nuzlocks go. But Bingo undoubtedly did a lot for our team. I always have a particular fondness for any of our Pokemon that we get before the first gym, because they're really there from the beginning. Anybody that can get the team through that brutal Plasma Grunt fight is a champ in my heart. It is disappointing, because I was really interested in seeing how either Gardevoir or Gallade would go, but I kind of knew getting into this that a frail early game Psychic Pokemon isn't the best prospect for something that's gonna live through the early game. It's sad to say, but that is the fate of our hero Bingo for this run. And then this one's also a real bummer. Really, it was just a very unfortunate convergence of Quick Attack not doing quite enough damage to get us into berry range, and then Aerial Ace doing enough to just kill us from there. But I think that without Ixwonker's sacrifice there, we would have 100% lost this run. You never want to go for like a sacrifice play or anything, but sometimes that's just what the game decides. And Ixwonker played his part very well for the team. I'm really sad that we're not going to be able to see Emboar in this run, because sheer force fire ground type Emboar is actually kind of crazy. But that's again, that's the way that Nuzlocks go sometimes. And sometimes you make it to the Elite Four, and sometimes you nay out against Charon. But we're still very grateful to the team. And man, like, Malfever with the clutch, learning Leech Seed right before the gym battle, and then tickling things down so that they didn't just like completely destroy the team. Joe Motion living a crit from the gym leader's ace Pokemon, and then Tuck obviously coming in early on that battle and getting us set up. Like there was like everyone played their part, the survivors and the unfortunate non-survivors. There's not really much more to say on it. This team has proven they deserve to make it past this gym. So we'll see if we can do them justice going into the next leg of our journey. And I guess I gotta update the overlay. That's always exciting. That's something that I'm probably gonna forget about a lot, but got myself here. Badge is 1, and we bump our level cap up to, should be 21. I'll double check that between streams, but we're looking good there. We'll go ahead and bury our heroes, and we will sign off for the evening. I want to thank everyone for joining me for this evening's stream. It was a whole lot of fun, and I'm really liking the the whole flow of this. I'm really excited that I'll actually get to upload something to YouTube now, since last time we didn't even make it to a major battle. But so I guess look forward to that. I have the YouTube channel linked down on my Twitch page as well, if anyone's interested in viewing VODs. But otherwise, you can always catch me here every Tuesday at 6:30 Central Time, and I think this is shaping up to be a fun little extra thing for me to do. I'm having a good time with it. I think that we'll bury Xwonker with his unfortunately unused Oran Berry, and salute him as he rides into Valhalla to join Bingo and Magician. that is a little unfortunate that we've got both Bingo and Magician are two of our most loyal stream viewers here, lost to early game battles, but I think it's better to go out like a hero than just sit on the bench like a buster. So that's the way it goes. Anyway, I think that's about it for this evening's stream. Go ahead and save the game, and I will catch you folks later.